So today we're going to be looking at this Mrs. Claus team. I've only seen her a few times in arena, but she seems to be pretty good if you don't know how to kind of fight her, which was me every other time. Today I'm going to be going in with kind of like a blue team. So I have 3 blues: Aurora, Strybog, and Freya. Freya is doing really well for me right now because of her stun. And the stun is really important because when I stun a hero and that hero's turn comes, not only is that hero prevented from doing anything, but all of the allies are also prevented as well, because when that hero's turn skips, basically, no one in the enemy team is able to do anything. So that's why Freya is such an important hero for me right now. So if I look at this team, Freya is going to be hitting Najar, who's going to be bringing taunt, so that's good to bring blue against red. Freya's also going to be able to do good damage against Mrs. Claus. And the reds themselves, they'll probably target either Nefra or Nika, because blue is the strong color. Nefra and Nika are both pretty strong, so that's hopefully going to be okay. Aurora is probably going to target Freya because she's a little bit weaker. That's okay if she's the only one targeting Freya. Freya should be able to withstand the tile damage. Now the real danger is Raphael, who is the damage dealer for this team, and he is going to hit pretty strong. I know because I faced this particular team before. So he's going to target Nika. Sigil is also going to target Nika. I'm kind of purposely bringing Nika as bait here, and Nefra is there to basically revive Nika if she dies. That's going to be really important because I don't have any healing capacity apart from Nika, and Raphael is going to do a lot of damage if he gets his special off. So Nefra is really there to get the revive. And I'm going to bring Skyron, the blue dragon, because when I look at the enemy team, they don't have any healers. That means that I shouldn't really bring the purple dragon. It's not going to be used to full effect. And I see Sigil, who is really good at cleansing. I always bring the blue dragon against Sigil because I don't want her to cleanse. For example, if she cleanses the stun on my Freya, that's going to be really annoying because that means I've kind of wasted a special. What's nice about this team is I don't see any immunity or spell shield heroes. Najar gives immunity for the first 3 turns, but that's going to be okay because the first 3 turns are probably kind of tile damage, maybe getting Freya ready for the next fire. So we're going to have a go and we're going to see how it works out. So here I'm pretty lucky that Aurora goes first. And what I want to do is basically match blues because I've got 3 blues. But also I want to prevent the enemy from matching yellows because, as I said, the real threat is really Raphael and he can be very dangerous. So let's see. There's not really many blues on the board, so I'm going to be matching more of purples for Nika. But we can see that a couple of blues are appearing. So yeah. So this is kind of okay. I want to get Freya up, and let's see. I kind of want to prevent a few red matches because Mrs. Claus is still pretty annoying. Okay, so now I see Freya is charged, and I'm going to target Najar because his turn is next. And then we're going to see how effective stun really is. So you can see that his turn was skipped, and all of these four, Mrs. Claus, Najar, Raphael, and Sigil, were not able to get the special on. So I'm going to try the same trick with Raphael. My Freya doesn't have that much accuracy. She's only got 64%, but I feel like someone like Raphael isn't really going to be built for accuracy isn't going to be really built for resistance, because it's already, quite a lot to have critical rate, crit damage, attack on one hero. So really kind of getting resistance on a damage dealer, it's pretty unlikely. Najar, I was quite lucky because definitely it's possible to go with resistance on him, but as a taunt hero, it's also likely that someone has opted for HP or defense to make a beefier taunter. Someone like Aurora or Gwyn, those might be kind of less likely to have stun on them, or they might be more likely to have a little bit of resistance, just because these are more like support heroes that don't necessarily need to be that beefy. They just need to be fast for arena at least. So Sigil is next. She's another one who might have resistance, so I'm not going to I didn't put the stun on her. I chose to get rid of Raphael just now. And likewise, now that I have 2 turns with Nika and Nefra, I want to get rid of Najar because he's got the defense down, and I think I might be able to kill him. Having the kind of like having the stun on a taunter is really nice, because you can basically target anyone you want, right? Because the enemy isn't able to land taunt. So you can see that Mrs. Claus managed to get her ailments on my team. So luckily Raphael is long gone. Otherwise that would have been pretty annoying. So we're going to get Nika up because the blue dragon of the enemy is about to charge. We know from the previous turns that Aurora is going to target Freya, but I think this time, because it's actually Aurora with the defense down, that it's going to be Aurora. I actually don't like her, so let's see if I can stun. Yes. Aurora is a very, very, very good hero because of her passive. It's really annoying to basically wipe out the team once she is giving increased defense, fortify, those kind of buffs. So I find I think once you commit to trying to kill Aurora, you just kind of need to go for it. Otherwise, she's going to fire off her special at a very kind of inconvenient moment. Okay, so we're left with 2. This is kind of all right. So let's see. I have Nephra. She's going to target Mrs. Claus because Sigil is yellow, and yellow is strong against yellow. I'm gonna go for a blue match here. It's going to be a combo, and I'm going to go here just to match some more yellows away from Sigil. At this point, Mrs. Claus's special isn't really kind of relevant because she's not doing appreciable damage. She's only doing tile damage. She's not doing any direct damage from her special, and Sigil is just a cleanser. They haven't really got any bite left in them. And they can't heal, so they're not going to be some kind of team that just lives on forever and keeps doing tile damage and that kind of thing. I'm kind of holding off on Strybog. Oh, that was a bad match. Kind of holding back on Strybog because Freya was just so close to being charged. Even though I didn't have any attack-based snipers in this team, I still like bringing Aurora because of her shield. It's really nice and really protects the heroes, but also with the tile damage, her increased attack helps out a bunch. Okay. And kind of at some point, matching the strong color is going to be more important than getting the specials off. So I'm just trying to set up some purple matches, I think. Yeah. That should do it. Okay, so yeah, just to recap, a blue team is really nice for going against Mrs. Claus, especially if there's another red hero on the team. I really like Freya because of her crowd control with the stun, preventing the enemy team from getting actions in, preventing the taunt from happening. And once you can prevent the taunt from happening, you can basically choose who to target. That kind of, takes apart the strategy of the enemy team this technique wouldn't work so well if the enemy had spell shield, which would be really annoying. So if they had Tessix instead, maybe I would have to look at a different team setup. Anyway, so hope that was fun, and I'll see you next time.